We were talking about the Quran and how the Quran looks like it's only a book for the Arab people. Let me give you another idea that helps and is corollary to that and leads on from that. For those of you who don't know, I'm down at Speaker's Corner every Sunday when I'm here in the country, and I get up on the ladder and I speak often about the difference between Christianity and Islam, and I speak also about the relevancy of Islam today in the 21st century. And one of the things I like to do is I like to get up on the ladder. Now, I'm an American living in England, and a great way to get a crowd at Speaker's Corner is to say something that rattles the cage for the English. And I usually say, sometimes I'll get up there and I'll say, what is it we hate about the British? What is it we hate about England? And then, of course, everybody, I've got their attention. And so I say, it's colonialism. We hate colonialism. We hate what the English did. We hate the fact that when they came to the different countries, they imposed their culture, they imposed their language, they imposed their dress, they imposed basically their whole grid on that country. And that's what we hate about the British. Colonialism does that. It imposes itself, eradicates the culture that's there, imposes its own culture and language, dress, and all the rest. That's why we hate about the British. Now, by that time, the crowd is nice and big. And they're listening today. They want to know what this American's going to say next, because I'm getting into pretty hot water at this time. So usually I look over and I say, now I want you to look at that man over there on the ladder. And usually there is an Islamic or Muslim convert on another ladder, maybe a few yards away or maybe on the other side of the corner. And I say, take a look at that man over there. Let's just use Muhammad Dawud. He's a friend of mine. He's an American. He's an Afro-American convert to Islam. Used to be a Baptist. Now he's a Muslim. And he gets up on the ladder quite often there at Speaker's Corner. I said, take a look at that man over there. Muhammad Dawud. David is his name in English, but Muhammad Dawud now. I said, take a look at that man there. An American, standing up on a ladder. What's he wearing? An Arab robe. A robe that comes from Arabia. Oh, that's interesting. So, an American wearing an Arab robe. And what's that he got on the head? A topi. Oh, that's interesting. An American with an Arab robe and an Arab topi. And what's his name? Well, we know it's Muhammad Dawud. Oh, that's interesting. An American with an Arab dress, Arab topi, with an Arab name. Oh, fascinating. And what's that he has in his hands? Well, he always usually has a Quran in his hands in the Arabic language. That's fascinating. So here's a man, he's an American with an Arab dress, Arab hat, Arab name, holding an Arab Quran. And 5 times a day, he's going to get off that ladder, or he's going to get down on the ground, and he's going to start praying towards a certain direction. What direction is that? And it's always over there. Now, what direction is that? Well, that's Arabia. Fascinating. So here's an American who has Arab dress, Arab hat, Arab name, praying towards Mecca, Arabia. And his prayers are in what language? Well, they're always in Arabic. An American man with Arab dress, Arab hat, Arab name, an Arab Quran, praying towards Arabia in the Arabic language. Colonialism! And by that time they've got the idea. And a lot of times I'll get a little applause because people see what I've done. So here is an American man who has taken on the Arab dresses, reading from an Arab Quran, praying towards Arabia, and basically he's been colonialized by Islam. And I say that's exactly what Islam does. If you look at the whole history of Islam in the last 1400 years, you'll see that Islam has gone into every country, has dominated it. Sometimes it has used the sword. Certainly that happened in the conquest in the first 100 years of Islam. But what is most interesting is what it does to the culture that's there. It takes that culture, eradicates it, and imports its own culture, which tends to be an Arab culture, its own language, which is the Arabic language, its own revelation, which is an Arabic Quran, and gives you its own names. And that's exactly what Islam is coming to do. And that's why I'm fearful if it comes here to Britain. Because I can see that we're going to have many examples of Muhammad Dawud's, not just one up on the ladder, when all of us are going to have to take on that kind of characteristic, have to take on that kind of culture, and more than that, it's a culture that belongs in the 7th century and does not belong here in the 21st century. Now, the beautiful thing is that Christianity doesn't do that. Take a look and see what Jesus Christ did. When Jesus Christ, God himself, when he came to earth, what did he do? Did he impose a monoculture on the people there? No. He moved into that culture, came as a baby, lived as a Jew, grew up in a Jewish family, took on a Jewish name, also basically talked as a Jew. He very much incarnated himself in the environment in which he found himself in. And that is the great not only model, but it's a great symbolism, exactly what Christianity does. Christianity does not impose its culture on another culture. It takes that culture and it infuses it with Christian meaning. That's why if you go all over the world, you will find churches that sing in different languages. You will find Christians that dress in different dresses. We don't demand that they wear a hijab for the women or that they wear an Islamic dress or that they take on Islamic names. No. We let every believer in every culture understand God in that culture. And that's the beautiful mosaic of Christianity. That's the beautiful thing. God comes to us. We don't have to go to him in that sense that we have to create something that is artificial. Certainly it's something that is stagnated from one particular period in one particular time, as Islam has done. The beauty of Christianity is that you can be a Christian in any culture. That means whoever's looking at this, you can understand God in your culture. You can take and acculturate what God has said and what Jesus did and what he said there 2,000 years ago, bring it into your culture and still worship him in whatever language you want. Sing to him in whatever language you want. Wear whatever clothes you want. And know that it's the same God in every culture. That's the beauty of Christianity. That's the kind of Christianity we offer you. Not stigmatized or categorized or codified in one area or in one place. It's a universal religion. Anybody can come to him and understand him, regardless of what background, creed, or color. We offer that to you. Come on home to God then, in your culture, with your language. Come to him as you feel comfortable, and he'll come to you.